Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dom, and I'm here with Anthony. We are on the A word. We are on the A word. What the hell?
We are the A word.
I guess we are the A word. Well, we're not the A word technically, but this is the A word. If we were the A word, then we would be inanimate objects.
That's
inanimate
true.
MP3s. We'd be inanimate data.
On a app.
Yeah. And we'd sleep on a server. That wouldn't be very comfortable. But this is the A word. Little half hour, 15 minutes, whatever. Any length of time that we choose of power on all things Apple. And I just punched the microphone. Whoops. That should be a slang term for something bad.
Punch the microphone.
I just punched the microphone. Anyway.
It probably is.
I'm sure somewhere somebody has made that some kind of derogatory term or something bad or something. Anyway, yeah. So this week, there's been all kinds of stuff actually this week.
Why don't you tell me all about it?
I'm glad you asked. I will tell you all about it. Actually, a very, very interesting piece of news this week comes from our own A-Word podcast. Well, actually, not exactly. But real quick, before we get into the news, I have the question that I want to ask all of you out there and kind of get your thoughts on this, and we'll let it simmer through the podcast, and we'll get into it later.
Shh.
The question for this podcast, if there was one existing feature in iOS, like that's already in iOS 6 currently, if there was one feature in iOS that you would like to be or to like to see improved, what would that be and why? So, like, for example, you could be like, oh, I want Apple to give me the ability to make my alarm clocks turn on my shower. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, take one, that was a bad example, but take one feature in iOS that's already there and tell us how you'd like Apple to improve it and why. What's the benefit there? So think about that. Comment below if you're on the article or on YouTube. Let us know what you think, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But the first piece of news today is going to be, well, actually, just last Wednesday, Apple announced the winner of the 50 billionth app. Actually, sorry, they announced the winner on Thursday, but the 50 billionth app download happened on Wednesday, I believe. And I have to say, Anthony nailed it with the guesstimation. If you guys want to go back, anybody out there, you want to go back and listen to what happened?
I got shocked.
Oh, you got shocked?
By the mic.
Sorry, my faulty equipment.
Yeah.
If you want to go back and listen, Anthony,
It was Sunday the 5th.
Yeah, Sunday the 5th when we
Cinco de
recorded
Mayo.
that podcast that posted on the 6th. Anthony said in 10.08 days.
I don't think I said 0, but
I don't know.
maybe I did.
10 days. I think you said 08.
I did. Well, yeah, I said 10 days.
We'll
for
say
sure.
He said 10 days. Go listen to it. Is when
about
it was
10
going
minutes
to
in.
end. And that was when it ended. And this was all based on math, people. I mean, not to discredit his guesstimation, but stay in school, kids.
Huge guesstimation, but you never know.
Yeah, no, I mean it was all narrowed down just to that, and he actually got it 100% correct.
You know what I didn't get though?
What?
$10,000 worth of app.
Well, you didn't download the
I know.
50 billionth app.
I
so.
knew about it, but I didn't actually win.
I didn't win either. Unfortunately. But the little kid or the guy or man or lady, okay, it's a guy. I don't know if it's a kid or an adult or whatever, but Brandon Ashmore from Mentor, Ohio, won $10,000 in iTunes money. Congratulations, Brandon. That is crazy. You can. What did we figure out last time? You could buy an app a day for
a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. 99-cent app a day for a long time. Let's just put it that way. Well, here we can just do the math real quick. I guess it's not that hard.
It's not.
It's kind of hard. Let's see, 10,000 divided by 365. You could buy an app a day for 27 years.
Wow.
An app a day for 27.
Is that
a
right?
99-cent app every day. Well, I just did 10,000 divided by 365.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Right. That would be what that is.
That would be what that is. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is crazy. It doesn't seem like it seems like that is like a huge number. You know what I mean?
It does seem like that's a huge number.
But I don't think that there's any way that could be wrong. Right? Let's see. What's 99 cents?
No.
No, that's right. Okay, so that would
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way that that's not correct.
It'd probably be 26 point something because of tax.
Yeah, because I just did it in reverse. 99 cents times 365 times 27 gives you 9,756. So more or less 25, 26 years you could buy a 99-cent app every day. What?
It's just a lot.
How is that a lot?
I don't know. I was just thinking about it.
Check the math. You're the mathematician here.
No.
I'm just a tech guy. I don't know math.
I don't have my graphing calculator.
Graphing calculator? What do you need a graphing calculator to do this for?
Because that's my... I don't
that's
cheat
your secret
on my graphing
weapon?
calculator.
Secret weapon there. So we'll say 99 cents times 365. That would give you... It's $361. We're not including tax in this. $361 for a year.
Okay.
That's 1 year of app purchases, right?
Yeah.
$361.
And then you do 10,000 divided by that.
Yeah. 10,000 divided by 361, 27.7.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy. So congratulations to that guy.
App.
He downloaded a word game called Say the Same Thing and won 10 G's in iTunes money. Yeah. Yep.
I need that game.
Can you shut that door over there? Behind the scenes here at the A Word, shutting doors and opening new ones. Anyway, this is kind of cool. Any of you old school people, any of you ex-Blackberrians, BlackBerry Messenger is coming to iOS this summer, and you'll be able to talk to all your BlackBerry peeps on BBM on iOS. So you'll be asking your friends, "What's your BBM pin? Let me talk to you. I want to hit you up." That's how you can pick up girls. You can ask them for their BBM pin. Because it's a little awkward saying, "Hey, what's your iMessage email address?" You know, it's probably a little easier to ask for a BBM pin.
Possibly.
But yeah. So the BlackBerry, which used to be RIM but now is just BlackBerry, I believe, they reported that BBM has 60 million monthly active users.
Wow.
And that BBM users send 10 billion messages per day.
That's insane. On
the other side of things, for Apple, in January, they claimed that iMessage users were sending 2 billion messages per day. So BBM messengers, yes, that's right, send 8 billion more messages a day, according to these stats. So
that's crazy.
There's a big market for BBM, people.
Yeah.
So it's coming to iOS and Android. It's coming to iOS and Android. And on the funny side of things, it looks like Google rolled out their own little messaging service. The Google Developer Conference was this last week, or I believe it's still going on. I don't know. I'm not a Googleian. I don't keep tabs.
A Googleite.
A Googleite. A Googler. I'm a Googler though.
Googler.
They actually have released their unified cross-messaging or cross-platform messaging service called Hangouts.
Yeah. And
it's an app you can download, and you can talk to people on Android, on iOS. So it's basically a cross-platform, and you can video conference with up to 10 people at once.
Wow.
On Hangouts. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, across multiple platforms.
So you can hang out.
Yeah. You can. Who wants to hang out in person, man? You can do it on your phone. I don't even have to go anywhere. Oh, you wanna go for lunch? Oh, how about we just do a Google Hangout? I'm kind of tied up today.
Yeah.
And I have a video demo on Google Hangouts on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/MacMixing. If you want to go check that out, I got a full little video demonstration of Google Hangouts. Needless to say, my social status on Google Plus has risen a little bit since I put up that video. No, I mean, all jokes aside, it's funny because I put it up and I don't care if people know my Google Plus thing. That's what it's kind of there for. And so like I had a few people trickle in from the video. They're like,
nice job,
adding me to a circle, adding me to their circles. But it's available now, and you can go get it inside of the App Store. And it also says that AT&T is restricting the group video chat functionality of Google Hangouts to Wi-Fi only. Boo.
That's AT&T?
Yeah.
Aren't they supposed to be like a free network?
AT&T?
Not free, but...
like unlimited?
Well,
what do you mean?
Yeah, but not just unlimited, but they were always the ones before, like when they had the iPhone, and then when Verizon got it, they were the ones saying, like we won't.
No, they've always been pretty.
Drag.
They don't let people use FaceTime over data either, unless you're on one of their tiered plans. So unlimited people can't use FaceTime over LTE. So they're doing the same thing with Google Hangouts video, the group video chat too. Kind of lame, but whatever. But yeah, no, the Google Hangouts app is cool though because, and I'm not trying to promote Google all day here, but it works between iOS and Android, and then it works also in the web browser. So you can video conference with people that are on computers, that are on Android devices or iOS devices, and they all kind of work together. It is pretty cool. I had a chance to try it out. It's nothing special. It's just another messaging app, really. And when it gets down to bare bones, it's just another messaging app. But maybe you'll find it helpful. I wanted to let you guys know about that. So that is called Google Hangouts. Find it in the App Store. Also announced at Google I/O, the Google I/O conference in San Francisco, is Google Play Music All Access. It's a subscription service for Googleites or non-Googleites or converted Googleites, Googlinians. That is basically a competitor to Spotify or any other paid subscription-based music streaming service. So you can get a free 30-day trial on Play. What is it? Play.google. No. Is it music.google.com? I believe that's it. Yeah. You can get a free trial, but it'll basically allow you to stream a bunch of songs and stuff. But I was reading online this past week after it was released, and it seems like it gets kind of a bad rap. Like it's not that great. I guess it's got a lot of music, but the experience on an iOS device is poor because they don't have like a good dedicated app for it yet, or now at this moment. I don't know. Maybe they will at some point, but so that's something to consider. But you do get a free 30-day trial if you want to try it out. I'm thinking about trying it, but
I think I'm going to try it, see what it's like.
And it says those who begin the trial by June 30th will pay just $7.99 per month for the remainder of the membership that you carry with them.
That's cool.
So if you do it before, you'll save a couple bucks before June 30th, and you'll have a reoccurring monthly fee after your free 30-day trial of $7.99. Pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty nice. Pretty sweet. In other app news, Philips Hue was updated to include geofencing, more alerts, and a couple of other things here. But the geofencing is what I really want to talk about. It's pretty cool. They announced the next generation of this app here, the latest update, and it also this is actually really cool. It also has integration with if this then that.
Oh,
you know what that is?
A little bit.
IFTTT ifttt.com. And so I can make it so if I get an incoming tweet or Facebook message, one of my lights will flash blue to let me know.
That is awesome.
That is really cool, huh?
Pretty awesome.
It's really cool, yeah. So, if
you could have different colors for different people and
whatever. If you receive an email, you can have your lights flash, or you get a text message or something. There's all sorts of. Go check out. I believe it's ifttt.com. I have it set up actually. I have that. I have some stuff set up on here for, like cross posting from like Instagram to app.net and Instagram to, some other stuff or whatever. I don't know. I have different rules set, but it's a pretty cool service. And the fact that Philips Hue works with it is pretty awesome. But they also added geofencing, which allows it, and this is awesome. I've already been using it the past few days since this update has been out. If you leave your house, your lights will turn off. And if you come back to your house, your lights will turn on. Now, there is some conditions to that, though, too. You can set it so that the lights going on and off and stuff will only happen during nighttime hours. So in the daytime, if you don't have any need for any lights in a room, you can set up that room's profile to turn on and off when you come and go, only if it's dark outside. Very, very cool.
That is really cool.
And it does work.
Saves even more money on your electric.
Exactly, it does. That's what it's all about, really.
Going green.
Aside from being super cool. And I've tried it too, like I said. It doesn't have any impact on battery life. In my experience, I have been using it for almost, when did this update come out? Let's see. Tuesday, May 14th. I've been using it since then, the geofencing, and I haven't had any significant impact in battery life. So that's definitely a good thing, considering, when you're using like location-based services like that, it tends to drain your battery a little faster. But it seems to be all right on the Hue app. I don't know what the frequency of it checking is, but it seems to work out pretty well. In other interesting entertainment, I screwed up that transition. In other interesting entertainment news, that's better, right?
There you go.
The CW,
C-Dub,
or the WB, whatever you know it by. It used to be called the WB, and then they changed it to the CW. I don't know why. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway,
because CW sounds so much cooler.
So, the CW has landed a deal with Apple to bring content to Apple TV. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. So it's going to be more free content, most likely.
I would assume so, but it's currently the CW's TV Now app is currently available on Xbox 360, Windows 8, and now it's coming to Apple TV. My contacts are acting up. What? Like everything got all blurry for a second. So basically, this actually came through Mac Rumors. The CW told them that the app will function similarly to the company's Xbox and other mobile apps, and confirmed that it will be located on Apple TV's home screen. So,
that's cool.
Pretty interesting. Maybe it's going to come with a refreshed Apple TV.
Maybe,
maybe not. But this is from the CW, I believe, this quote here. It's a dedicated CW app that will work like our Xbox and mobile and tablet apps. No cable authentication required. Full episodes of our shows available next day after air, and it's also ad supported. In case you're curious about that. So, if you're a big fan of like One Tree Hill or something, any of those dramatic teen drama CW shows, which maybe they're not all. I don't watch a lot of TV, so I don't know. But
you're not with the C-Dub?
I'm not with the C-Dub right now. I don't know what to say, man. But if you're into the C-Dub, if you're down with the C-Dub, if you're down with the dub, yes. If you're down with the dub, then you will be very excited about this. Let's see if is there any kind of release date. Okay, no exact release date was given. So it just says it's set to launch in the coming weeks. I wonder if that has to do with WWDC being in the coming weeks.
Coming weeks.
It is. I mean, it's in the coming weeks.
No, yeah, it is. It's very interesting.
So maybe just maybe, we'll see a new Apple TV with a bunch of new content like this. Why the CW was allowed to leak it out before everybody else, I don't know. Maybe it's not, and maybe this is just one little app coming, and it's nothing special.
Maybe.
Which it could be as well. We'd see that all the time too. But I'm sure we'll find out soon, at least during the WWDC keynote, if anything is going to happen. But there's also rumors that a new MacBook Air is going to be released at WWDC or announced or whatever. And there are some supply restraints that are hinting at this upcoming refresh. And it says that currently the 13.3-inch 256 gig 1.8 gigahertz MacBook Air is out of stock at Amazon. Let's look at that. I'm gonna look into this for you guys. And it is out of stock. It says usually ships within 1 to 2 months. Oh, but the 128 gigabyte model is in stock. So, I don't know.
It's interesting.
But the 256 gigabyte model is not in stock, so maybe Amazon's just trying to sell out of those, I guess. I don't know. But also, the 11.6-inch MacBook Air is in short supply. It says, let's look at that one here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That one's pretty much out too. So
now is that just here or is that?
That's Amazon.com.
Okay.
Millions of people,
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So we could definitely see a refresh at WWDC. I actually expect to see one kind of
in the coming weeks.
And I kind of want one too.
Yeah.
What
do you want to be refreshed?
I know I want an 11-inch MacBook Air.
Yeah.
But I want them. I was gonna buy one not too long ago. We actually talked about this on the podcast before. I had this case, and I was like, I got this this like satchel. We'll call it a satchel because Indiana Jones wore a satchel. I got this satchel. And it had this pocket in it. It was actually for an iPad, but it had this bigger pocket. And I was like, oh, that'll totally fit an 11-inch MacBook Air. So I said, if it'll fit in there, I'll buy a MacBook Air. And I went to the Apple store with the bag, and it just barely didn't fit. And I was crushed. I was like, well, I guess I wasn't supposed to buy a MacBook Air. So,
yeah.
But I was going to buy one because it would be nice if they became somewhat powerful enough to do some of the work that I do on like this iMac or my Retina MacBook Pro. And having a MacBook Air as a workstation is extremely convenient because it's super slim, super slim and portable, and it's just, it's all around a nice experience. It's definitely one of the better MacBooks. So if they refresh that and put enough power inside of it, I might be all in. We'll have to see.
Do you think they're going to, by chance?
I think worst case, they're going to upgrade the power or the processor and the RAM.
Yeah.
Give it more RAM, more processing power, which could in turn make it fast enough. I don't know if they're planning on doing anything else. They may update the Wi-Fi module in it, give it better Wi-Fi. I'm not sure, but I think that's worst case. Whoa, excuse me, burp coming through. Worst case scenario, they're going to update the processor to the new Haswell Intel processors and the RAM. I mean, it would be a typical Apple refresh, just kind of slight specs here. I don't know. See, now if they go like Retina display on it, that would be something totally different, and that would be pretty awesome because I mean the Retina MacBook Pro is already very, very slim, like a MacBook Air. Yeah. So it would be pretty incredible, and I'm kind of curious to see how battery life would be something on that, on something like that. So. Like I said, shortage of MacBook Air supplies lately kind of points to this refresh at WWDC, which would be pretty interesting. So we'll all find out. We'll find that out in the coming weeks. Yeah. In the coming weeks. What is this? Pet peeve.
Pet peeve?
Yeah, I got a message. Let's see. I don't get this, but anyway, so remember the what was it, like a couple of weeks ago, they had that charity auction for coffee with Tim Cook.
Yeah.
Well, it's ended, and the person who won it paid $610,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
For 30 minutes to an hour.
Known
coffee.
only by A asterisk 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 S paid $610,000. That was the name.
Maybe it was all A's.
Or all S's.
Maybe. Yeah.
It looks like they're bleeping out a really long bad word, like censoring it. Like they were doing with Jailbreak that one time in iTunes. Back up, what, like a year ago almost.
Yeah, that was.
They were censoring the word jailbreak. So for a test, we put like jailbreak in a title of a podcast and in like the description, and they would censor it, J, and then a bunch of asterisks, and then a K. That's what this looks like for this person's name. But it's all kept anonymous for the purpose of the charity auction. They're just trying to raise money for charity.
Or maybe that's just what he put his username as, or she.
It's probably Tim Cook.
The baby.
He's like, I don't want to have to deal with sitting with anybody. I'm going to buy it myself. I'm too important. I'm too busy to sit with people. Maybe he did.
Those norms.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's crazy, though. 30 to 60-minute meeting with Cook at the headquarters on a mutually agreed-upon date. Meet me in the parking lot in an unmarked white van.
Mutually agreed upon, like you're going to say no. I can only
Tim
do it
Cook's
this
like,
day.
hey, I need to do it next Saturday. Fair enough. Well played. Well played, Mr. Cook. I'll be there. Yeah, so.
You think something like that would happen on the weekend?
No.
No.
I think something like that is going to happen at the most inconvenient time possible. One other rumor herein is that Apple and Sony iRadio negotiations, quote iRadio, it's been unofficially dubbed as iRadio, are stalling over skipped songs. So basically there's been rumors of this iRadio service coming out for quite some time, and we're thinking that maybe it would be announced at WWDC, but apparently there's been a delay due to negotiations with Sony Music and Warner Music Group. Now this comes through from CNET, and they have a little bit of information on this. They said that Apple and Sony Music, the world's second largest music label, are still trying to hammer out the details over how much Apple would pay for songs that people listen to a fraction of and then skip, according to people familiar with the negotiations. So regardless of if the song plays in full or not, they still have to pay royalties for it playing like a little bit of a time. You know, and that's why skipping is such a big deal in like Pandora and stuff, because you know it cancels out those kind of negotiations where you can only skip so many times and then you have to listen to the full song.
Yep.
So that's apparently what's holding this back. Now, it was also said that that Apple finalized an agreement with Universal Music earlier this month, and they're signing the deal with Warner Music Group. And so this comes from CNET as well. The skipping has become... Oh, that's not the right quote, but this is from CNET. The skipping has become an issue and is frustrating executives at the other labels because they see Apple's free radio service as a potential boon for the music industry overall and are eager to help Apple get it launched.
So what, now Apple's bad?
I don't know. Apple owns the music industry with iTunes. I mean, they have their foot in. They have their up to their knees in the door. You know, I mean, they're in the door already. They just need to shut it. Pretty much. I mean, that's how they are with this stuff. They have iTunes. iTunes runs a lot within the music industry. You know, they're a big force. So I don't think that I think that there's definitely a chance this will get resolved. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, do you think that if Apple came out with their own radio thing for the iPhone, let's say, and it had all these music or all these artists that were on iTunes that you could potentially buy, you know, and do you think it's gonna be something like that where they'll just have whatever is in their iTunes, which is obviously a ton of music?
Well, it'll be whatever they have licensing for. So, you know, that's why they're working with these labels here. So any artist that's under these labels, they'll be able to stream.
But I mean, do you think that they might reach out to some of their artists that aren't on major labels that have iTunes Music?
I don't know. Probably not, because there's too many like legal issues involved with royalties and stuff. They're only going to do it probably only going to do it in bulk, where they can control the royalty amounts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can set a standard across the board for one label that hosts millions of artists, for one like royalty fee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It just makes it easier for them to not have to worry about constantly, monitoring things. They know, here's our play statistics, here's how much we owe per royalty, blah, blah, blah. But now if they're going to make this music service free, that'll be interesting. For obvious reasons, it's going to be interesting, because if it's a free streaming music service and if you can choose which artists you'd like to stream, that would be crazy. But I think it's going to be more along the lines of like a Pandora type of thing, where you choose like a genre, or like an iHeartRadio type of thing, where you make a channel, make a station, and it'll play songs in that kind of realm of interest, I guess. I don't think it's going to be like Spotify or something where you can, go through and pick artists.
Oh, yeah.
That you want to play.
Spotify is awesome. They've really made a name for themselves.
Have you used it?
Spotify?
Or you use it, huh?
I use it.
You use Pandora
I don't use it
a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use any streaming music services, really.
I mean, I haven't used Pandora lately.
Because your precious data.
My precious data.
Precious.
I just haven't used it lately.
Yeah.
But
so
Spotify's awesome.
What time are we at here? Ooh, okay. So let's get into this real quick here. We are going to get into that question I asked earlier. If there was a feature in iOS that's already existing, what would it be, and how would you like it improved on? Now, I'll let you go ahead first if you have an idea of what you would like to see improved. What's something that already exists that you could see iOS 7 improving on? Did I catch you off guard?
A little bit.
Well, I'll go first. Okay. The thing that I would like to see improved on is the push notifications between devices for iCloud. Okay, so if you get an iMessage, right now it pretty much goes to all of your devices.
Yeah.
Like,
unless you have it turned off.
It doesn't matter if I'm active on being active using my iPhone at the moment.
Yeah.
It'll still pop up on my iPad and my MacBook. I think that there should be better control over that. Better control over which device you're actually using at the moment, because I don't need these notifications. I'm sitting in my I'm literally like sitting here in my office when this kind of stuff happens, and it just like pops up, like in stereo, in surround sound.
I kind of want to do that right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my phones out right here so I can
phones.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna send myself a message right now.
Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. Here. So I'm sitting here. I'm just sitting, minding my own business, blah, blah, blah. And then out of nowhere, oh, that was fail. Didn't take off mute mode. And let's try this again. And then out of nowhere, what? Oh, well, yeah, that. That noise, yeah. But then on the computer, it's a different one, too. It's like you have all these little notifications everywhere. And I think that Apple could improve on how they are pushed to your devices, maybe checking to see if you're active on the actual device. I don't know how much work this would involve or if it's even possible, but it's just annoying when I have like my iMessage pop up on all the devices. And then sometimes this only works on a sometimes basis. If I check that message on one device, sometimes the notifications go away on all the other devices.
Yeah.
Like they clear themselves.
Sometimes
it doesn't, though. Sometimes I'll be sitting here and then I'll go back to my iPad and I'll still have like 50 iMessage notifications. I don't know why it does that or, whatever. But I would definitely, a simple thing such as that, I would really like to see worked on for, iOS 7. I would like to see it improved on. Not to say that they could probably improve on it now if if they haven't, because they're probably a little almost done with that, but it's definitely something.
Better things.
It's definitely something that we could benefit from. Do you have something in mind?
I do have something in mind. I'm glad you asked.
That's just your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Widgets. I want widgets, and they have them.
Like notification center.
Notification center widgets, like not on screen, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A third party, maybe a third party SDK for widgets, right?
Yeah.
Or an API to tap into that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool. I think a lot of apps could benefit from that.
I do too.
You know, you could have a lot of different uses for such a, you know, like an implementation of like a third party widget. Maybe have, because right now there's only a weather widget and then there's the share widget.
And the stock.
In stock iOS.
Yeah.
And the stock widget, yeah.
Yeah,
stock. I thought,
in stock.
Yes, I was like, yes, Anthony, in stock iOS. Yes, there's.
Well, and that's the other thing. You can jailbreak it and get some widgets.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of cool
like,
widgets if you jailbreak.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, like, I would like to see, you know, maybe a widget for YouTube, and I could pull it down and just see it. It'll just list my
your YouTube.
It'll tell me, like, it'll have like 5 new messages, and then it'll have, you know, your stats or something. Or maybe there'll be one for Philips Hue where I could pull down and turn on the living room real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I think that would be awesome if they opened up the ability for developers to create widgets. I think that definitely is a much needed improvement for iOS. I don't think that anything could be hurt.
You know, the other thing I was thinking about was it'd be interesting to see if a stock iOS version with a dashboard instead of with the notification center, but also a dashboard. If you keep going left,
like
and
past Spotlight,
yeah,
I think they could just replace Spotlight and put search somewhere else.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, a lot of people don't use Spotlight. The only time I'll sometimes use it is if I'm looking for an app on my device, because I have a lot of apps on there. So if I'm just looking for one and I can't remember what folder it's in, then I'll use Spotlight. But other than that, I mean,
it's kind of just there.
Yeah, really.
That's
really
what I mean. It'd be
there.
nice to see something else over there, like useful.
I do concur with you.
Maybe just like a calendar, or not a calendar, like an app that you can just have open.
There are tweaks for that.
No, I know, but not all the way open.
Yeah, well,
I don't know, something fancy.
Yeah, definitely. No, I definitely agree. So let us know what you guys think. What would you like to see improved in iOS 7? Any existing feature you want? What would you like to see done with it that would maybe be better or worse? Doesn't matter if it's worse. And, you know, maybe if you just want to axe a feature, you can let us know about that too. Leave all the stuff down in the comments on YouTube, on the article, anywhere like that. Please go subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Search Mac Mixing. You'll find it. Subscribe to us there. Rate us. Let us know if we suck, if we're doing great. All that kind of feedback is appreciated. And we will be sure to catch you guys next week. About the same time, same place. Yep. So stay tuned, everybody, for another episode. Thanks again for the support. Go check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/MacMixing, for all kinds of videos. There's almost a video every day. So go ahead and check it out and let us know what you think. Thanks again for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week.